Wednesday. Follow-up questions have come in from last week regarding taking the pictures. I realize that there's hardly any film cameras left, and that, that's where the negative comes from. My reasoning for doing that is, apparently, if you have a digital camera, it's very easy to rearrange things on the picture and make it look like it's the way it's supposed to look. With the film camera, you can't do that. Plus, I can send the picture and the negative to the FBI and the Quantico. They check it out for me, and I can't do that with the digital one. So that is the reason for that. If you look back through some old albums, though, you might actually see, things in the pictures. Of course, that'd be great if you still could find a negative for it. Okay. First letter is from, and this is about children again. Linda from New Jersey. I spotted movement out of the corner of my eye of a child. I have an 8-year-old boy. Could his closet door and bedroom door have been moved by this ghost? Ever since we've lived in this house, he has wanted the closet door taken off, his bedroom door taken off, and he sleeps with his mattress on the floor because he is afraid that somebody is under his bed. Now, if your son is 8 years old and you saw a child approximately the same age, this child could be making your son's life absolutely miserable. That's a definite possibility. Opening and closing doors, jumping in and out of closets, under the bed, kicking on the mattress underneath. If you think about it, your son's pretty smart. If there's no doors on anything and the mattress is on the floor, nobody is going to be able to bother him. Would someone familiar with spirits and children recognize his room as a typical child that is afraid of spirits? Yes, I have seen this in a lot of homes, that this is what the parents have done because it's the only way to keep the child in the room. Smudge, have the house blessed. I am not coming to New Jersey anytime soon, so those would be my suggestions to you. This one is from Adana in South Carolina. She has 3 boys, 2, 4, and 6 years old. The middle child's autistic, and he's especially troubled by whatever is in the house. He's alone in his room. He's afraid of being locked in. I have had visitors over, and they have heard laughing in the middle of the night, footsteps running up and down steps, and I have come downstairs in the morning and found patio doors wide open when I have absolutely shut them. Again, everything you're describing, a ghost can do. I would think, and because a child that is autistic, autistic children are very, very smart. And they can see or sense things maybe in a different realm than a lot of people can. So pay attention. It was amazing. I had done a house that had 2 autistic children. And the one came home and said to her mother, "Where is the little boy that's been mean to the dog?" They had a dog, and the little boy ghost was very, very mean. And I remember the mother asking her, "Why didn't you ever tell me?" She said, "Well, you never said you saw him." Now you have to understand, I'm putting all those words together. It took her a little bit longer to explain that to her mother, what she was actually saying. Things improve. Oh, I have tried saging. blessing with holy water, and you name it. Things improve just for a short while, but soon it seems that it just gets worse. 2 reasons why it gets worse. You are not saging or smudging correctly. Every room, every closet, and you have to do it every 2 weeks to keep them lethargic. And the big no-no was throwing around holy water. It's okay if your priest or minister comes in and uses it, but definitely not a layperson. So quit with the holy water. And if you do the smudging correctly, it should keep everybody lethargic, and your son should absolutely see a difference. This one is from Emma in Texas. My daughter is 8 years old and has always seemed to have a special gift. She used to be more open about it when she was younger, but now she seems embarrassed to talk about it. I would like to support her and help her, but I'm not sure what to do. Can you help? First of all, the older she gets, the less she is going to talk about it, because they almost get embarrassed. And you're very wise, because you're not saying, oh no you're not, you're paying attention to her, which is good. You know, mothers and fathers have gotten way smarter over the years. They don't blow off it anymore. But all you can do is listen to her, let her start reading age-appropriate books, and just tell her when she reads books on anything metaphysical that the lady or the man that wrote this book, that's the way they see things or hear things. That doesn't mean that's how you're going to do it, or that how you can do it. But just so she knows that there's other people out there that can do that. And if it bothers her, smudge and have the house blessed. See if that doesn't help. This one is from Wisconsin. Please help. I think I may have earthbound spirits in my house. I have 3 grandchildren living in my home, all under the age of 5. They get sick a lot, loads and loads of antibiotics. I have adopted these 3 grandchildren because their mother died tragically. And so where else were the children going to go, but I took them. The problem with the main kids is that the 4-year-old used to sleep in his bedroom until he was about 2. And he woke up one night screaming at the top of his lungs and has never slept anywhere else in the house now except the living room. It affects the other children too, but not as much as the 4-year-old. I feel very uncomfortable, like someone is watching me when I am correcting the 3-year-old or any of the kids. Could their mother be here looking over them, or is it a ghost? First of all, mom is probably there watching her children. Why wouldn't she be? And as long as you've had a dream of your daughter, then she is where she's supposed to be. Because remember, earthbound spirits cannot get into dreams. And if it is your daughter coming to visit her children, why would you scare the baby? I mean, common sense, she wouldn't. So somebody scared him really, really bad if he won't go anywhere in that room. There's a couple things that other parents have tried that have worked. Switch the rooms around so that his bed or crib is not in the same room. Or let him sleep with, put all 3 of the kids in one big room. He may feel more comfortable with his brothers in the same room. And, good for you for taking care of the kids. That's a hard job, and I give you a lot of credit for that. But the other thing is, you can sage and smudge and see if that doesn't help. But you really got to get him into sleeping in his own bed. Can earthbound spirits take energy from a child? Of course they can. And that's why kids are going to have a lot of ear, nose, throat, and upper respiratory problems when you have ghosts in the house. They've had major problems in their house, and they've moved out of their house like 5 times to have things fixed and move back in. Could a ghost do that? Yes, ghosts can absolutely break things inside of a house. Plumbing, electrical, anything water related, make the roof leak. They can absolutely do all of that. And again, I would smudge the house, and you didn't say what state you're from, but I would definitely smudge and see if that doesn't help. Susan from Florida. My son has been bothered by spirits in the house, but now he's being bothered outside of the house. Or is this even possible? Of course it is. Why can't a ghost go outside? Why can't they go to your neighbor's house? Why can't they go with you when you ride in the car? They can. They can do all of that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you a picture now of a boy that's about 16 years old, and he had a ghost in his house, and when he went outside, the ghost was right there with him. And as you can see, look at the big mist around him. There we go. And again, I have his face blocked out, but that spirit was definitely in his house bothering him also. The next picture I'm going to show is a little girl who was so sick most of her life. As a matter of fact, they were just getting ready to put tubes in her ears, and they had me come out and cleared it up. She didn't need this tubes put in her ears. Now, when I first saw this particular picture, I thought 2 things. Somebody's finger was in the way, or the strap from the camera. But I didn't trust my own judgment, and I did send it off to Quantico. And as you can see, the little girl is sitting in a chair, little kid chair. Look at that big black circle around her. And she was fine after the house was cleared. Okay, next week, I've gotten a lot of letters about a lot of different things, so we're going to cover some of them, and I'll find some more pictures too. And please remember that I do not see any questions on any of the social media sites. I do not do that. So I am not being rude. I am not ignoring you. If you need to get in touch with me or have something on here, you need to write it or call and get on my list, and I will definitely call you back. On the 25th of January, for people in this area, I will be at La Casa Bella Party Center in Oakwood Village on Saturday, January 25th. Doors open at 5:30, dinner at 6, very good food, and the talk starts at 7. Apparently these are pre-sale tickets only, so get your ticket. Come, ask all kinds of questions. Bring your pictures. Let me look at them, and I'll tell you if I see anything in your pictures or not. But it's a lot of fun. So plan on trying to do that if you're available. And we will talk next Wednesday. Thank you.